Hello, Will and Kat. Woohoo! It's so wonderful to be
goodness.
here.
Oh, so happy to see you.
I feel so,
You feel
like I'm not
so
capable of the amount of joy you're capable. Like not even a fraction. I mean, I'm excited right now.
Let's see about the variables. I have
Yeah.
you and Kat here, and I
Okay.
get to dish on Duran. I mean,
Yeah.
hello. Like,
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
I'm expecting you and I to stay on here much longer than Will
Oh.
is going to be able to hang out for.
I'm gonna go now.
No.
So we're so
Not yet.
excited to talk to you. Thanks for talking to us today. Because look, we want to talk to you about your history and how you came to amass this amazing collection of Duran Duran memorabilia. But as it happens, Kat recently received a package with 2 unopened 1980s vintage Duran Duran posters. She doesn't know what's in the package.
I don't know what they are.
From some good friends of hers, and we said, if we can get Durandy on the show, we can open the posters. She could tell us what she's got.
Yes.
This
Shall I
is
do
like
it?
Durantica. Oh my God! Forget Christmas, forget Hanukkah. This is it. It starts early for you, Kat.
So, I think Kat's love of Duran Duran is well chronicled on our show. From her earliest memories of Duran Duran to her recent 2 concerts in just this summer. What is your earliest memory of Duran Duran? What got you hooked?
Yeah.
Oh God, I love telling this story every time because every single time more details just filter into my brain and it just refreshes and re-energizes the whole memory.
Wow.
I heard the Reflex and it just completely blew my mind. It just opened up my imagination. I'd never heard anything like it. Simon's soaring lyrics, Nick's keyboard riffs. It was just like magic. Oh my God! And the double D. Yes, exactly. Everything about the album, from the cover to the logo to the visual signature, the songs, the whole album. And plays like an adventure that it just takes you on.
Yes.
And this is a band that just oozed charisma and mystery. I mean, the way they looked on the album cover was just like pure poetry. I wanted to know more, didn't want to know too much. It's like, oh my God, it's just fantastic. And then, of course, you add the sprinkling of video magnificence on top. And it just completely captivated me for the past, 4 decades now. I suppose I'd say 3 decades. I was, got into them a little late, but
that's okay.
It's beautiful. They have mastered this perfect recipe of sound and vision, and they just keep on reinventing themselves. And this year has just,
right.
so proud of them. They're just
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, it's really just, and I'm visual by nature. So, I mean, I love the music, but the way they presented themselves, every photo session, the band members put out their own personality. I mean, the way they dressed, the way they carried themselves. I mean, Nick was the one that was, intellectual, and then Roger needed 2 hands for his. And then Simon was just, had the rock star swagger. Roger was the quiet one. I mean, it was just beautiful. And of course, John lorded over everything as the bass god, right? Like, those cheekbones, So yeah, it was amazing. It was.
I noticed there's no mention of Andy in that list.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poor Andy. Where would they be without Andy?
Right.
Andy provided the real rock edge, right? Just without his guitars, I mean, it wouldn't have been so absolutely. And put Andy in there. He was the third Taylor.
Yes.
He
was.
No relation. Now the Reflex you fell in love with we're talking about the radio Niles Rodgers version, or the 7 in the rag. Okay, of course.
I can only imagine it has to be the remix. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the album version is great, but then Niall just completely elevated everything to stratospheric levels. I mean, that's what he does. He is so he's an elevator, and I'm going to ride that elevator to the heavens. Oh my God, he's just amazing. The miles of Niall, never enough.
Yes.
So, look, between hearing them for the first time and now again having thousands of items of memorabilia is a journey. What was your first 1 or 2 things that took you down this path of owning this collection?
Wow. Well, I remember going to the record store, the record store like Tower Records. They had the imports and all that, but it was the magazines first. They had the centerfolds. They had the fold-out posters. Something about those fold-out posters. It wasn't just opening it like 2 pages. It kept on unfolding, and there was this element of like being suddenly getting bigger than life. I mean, here you have these captivating icons in front of you, and each photo session was a little bit different. I mean, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. It's like, no, Nick has turned a little to the right. Oh, John's to the left. They're pursing their lips in this one. They're smiling. I mean, it was just this real. It was a soup of spectacularity that I just drank in, and I adorned my walls with Duran Shui, right? Every inch was covered. So all of this started contributing to really drawing me into the visual gravity of this band. And then it started to be, it wasn't just personality posters, as I call them, from magazines. It was promotional posters. And those, the posters have a way of representing memories in a way that records can't. I mean, everybody knows where they were when, the Rio album came out, or when, they heard Hunger Like the Wolf. But when you know where you were when at a show and you see the poster for it, it translates across cultures, across language barriers. It is just, so those posters really just possessed me. And so, as soon as you have one promotional poster for a show, I mean, they did a lot of touring, they still do. So then I started to see this whole timeline. I'm a completist in my approach to this. So then it's like, okay, let's start filling stuff in. And, you had all the posters from the Canadian shows and then the Australian. I mean, it really started painting a bigger picture of the life of an icon. And, everybody I love this. I mean, I've met people from all across the world, and everyone, when the band went to Germany or Italy, and it's just like, oh yeah, I didn't realize there was a poster for that. Oh my God, I was there. And then friendships are forged under the flag of Duran Fever.
I love it.
This is a little picture of your collection here, from I think this is from 425 magazine.
Yes.
Yes.
And you mentioned your bedroom, and as soon as I saw this, it reminded me of this thing that Kat shared with us here. This is Kat's bedroom in the 1980s.
Oh my God. Oh, Kat, I am hugging you so hard right now. Oh my God.
I feel it.
You score major Durandy street cred on so many levels. Number one, you actually attempted the nearly impossible, putting posters on the ceiling and having them stay there without
right.
The pin
in the middle of the night.
And But then there's also this huge time-tested question. If you're going to put a poster on a ceiling, do you want it facing you when you walk into the room, or when you lay down at night? These are really difficult questions, right?
Yes.
Is this like which way does the toilet paper go over, the front or the back? What's the right answer? There's got to be a right answer.
Well, Kat seems to have just absolutely perfected it. That's wonderful. Oh, I want to look at that for hours. Fantastic.
I'll send you a copy.
Yes, definitely.
So the oldest bits of memorabilia you have, ones that you collected in your youth?
Yes, it started out probably in late '84. I remember sitting down with a friend of mine, and we went over this one poster. The band are I think I can't remember which show it was, but that they're posing in a hallway. There's on the wall. They're just looking amazing in their stage outfits. And just go over the band with me, like, okay, that's Simon, that's John. Is that Andy? No, that's Nick. I mean, I remember that. It was like, oh my God. And it was just, you can see it. Like my whole operating system was being formed at that point.
Wow.
And as the years have gone on, I've kind of really learned more about archival curation. I had a poster doctor for years. He was just a wonderful man named Danny Stewart. He had a background in museum curation and restoration. Wow. And he mounted my huge subway posters on the linen, and he helped evolve my path with all this. And I met him around the time of my first exhibition. That was in 2001. And I think that was about the time when my mother realized, okay, this isn't just stuff that's going under the bed. There's something bigger happening here.
It wasn't until then? What?
That long
I know.
Where were you hiding it when you were younger?
I know. I hate the word obsessed, but I probably was obsessed. Like making sure the books were standing upright and what's the temperature of the room. These are all red flags, Will. Okay. Somebody sort of take a note. It's like, okay.
Yes.
And so it started to build. And then when I actually got a space, and I started moving up in size like over and over with my storage space,
Mm-hmm.
I started inviting people over, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when I started to realize, okay, there's something taking place that's bigger than me, bigger than
Mm-hmm.
the band. It was really amazingly special. The
Wow.
transformation of fans when
Mm-hmm.
they enter my archive, and I just see them relax and regress and go back to that young teenager when there wasn't any judgment, when there wasn't anyone who wasn't understanding. I mean, it's really beautiful. They see
Mm-hmm.
things they used to have, they see things they've never seen, and we go
Uh-huh.
through it together, and it's just one big emotional ride, and it can last for hours.
Yes.
Do you have a question, Kat?
I was gonna say I wish I could walk in there right now. I
I
yeah.
swear, if I had a transporter, you would be over here now, and Will would
She
be
would.
there alone going, what just happened?
Yes. We've been abducted. And this collection is open to folks, right? People can arrange, if they go to Durandy.com, they can arrange to come see it.
Absolutely, write me
So
directly, and as long as they have it, if they have a time, and if there are people that are starting to travel to see the band, to see the band,
Or to
yes,
see
to
well,
see the archive, yes, and it's really really special because I let them know when that happens, when people actually want to come and spend time for budget time for some time travel,
Mhm.
I drop everything and make that a priority. There is very little
Aw.
that's just as important because it's just an immersive experience. I mean, one of the
Mhm.
first things I do is I sit them down in front of my iPhone and record their favorite Duran concert memory. I have
Oh.
this collection of testimonials that
Mhm.
is so sweet. I'll have mothers in there with their children
Mhm.
talking about sharing their first Duran experience together. I'll
Mhm.
just hear like all this visceral emotion come out, and there's tears not just for them. I mean, I
Mhm.
listen to this, I'm like, because the way I see it is that every fan has a story, but
Mhm.
nobody's asking them. And so I feel like I want to take that on with just like everything I have. And it's kind of carved out a bit of a reputation for me, which I'm very fortunate to have. But I
Yes.
really try to make it about the fans. I mean, this is
Mhm. Mhm.
anyway.
No, it occurs to me you heard the reflex in
Love that.
1984, but you could easily have heard When Doves Cry or What Love Got to Do with It, Say, Jump.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
no no.
I'm vaguely aware that there are bands besides Duran Duran.
Okay, yes.
That's right.
So, in this, I point out this one
That's
piece in
amazing.
425 mag. I think I'm saying that right. It's the area code, right? 425
Yes.
magazine. A lot of great pictures of you, a great piece. There's so many great articles about Durandy. You should check them out. But
Yeah.
just to give some
Oh.
idea of some of his collection here, some of what seems to me is more, I don't know, how do you get your hands on what appears to be a gold or platinum record here?
That record was actually presented to I think it was Paul or Michael Barrow. I can't remember which one of the managers of
Mhm.
the very first club where Duran were the house band. They used
Ah.
the club to rehearse their fresh material, a very short set, if you can believe.
Mhm.
So I'm posing with Sharon Rackham King in Oregon. She's a terrific fan. She came up for this.
Uh-huh.
It takes a lot of sleuthing, a lot of networking. I mean, I've been very, very blessed to be able to build this network of fans who really
Mhm.
keep me in mind when the band go on tour. This particular item, I usually don't go after something that is like a platinum record, just because the authenticity is always in question, unless
Okay.
you know exactly that this is the real thing.
Mhm.
This was something that I was able to purchase.
Mhm.
It's beautiful, and it just shows off. It shows off the etching around the perimeter of the inner label.
Ooh.
I'm not a record guy, so I probably am going to be missing out on all the lingo, and all my fans who collect records are going to be like, Andy, come on, what are you thinking? But it's an amazing piece of memorabilia
So
from the
cool.
very beginning.
And most of,
Awesome.
you point out you don't collect records and that sort of thing, because most of, I think it says on your website, most of your paraphernalia is paper based. Your magazines, posters, and the like.
Yes.
So again, of course, before we talk about, I guess, some of those posters again, here's another interesting thing. Did you know about this, Cat?
What?
Power Station, Some Like It Hot sauce.
No way.
This is insane.
I
Yes,
gotta get me some of that.
one of the most unique and slightly repulsive things that I've ever laid my eyes on It is, on the back. It has all the track listings for the
Oh.
album,
Okay.
and
Wow.
it is. You never really hope to encounter hot sauce from 1985,
Yes.
and suddenly introduced to what that does over time. I suppose it probably just needs to be shaken up, but who wants to
Yes,
do
it looks
that?
a little separated there. Yeah.
Right? Oh, gross!
Yeah.
But it is very cool. It was an actual promotional item.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I have that under lock and key, and let me bring it out for you guys. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think if you go to any Taco
nice.
Bell, you could have hot sauce from 1985 still today. It's probably what they're
Will,
serving.
this was a nice
Just a guess.
conversation. Okay.
Well, all right. One more curiosity, and then we can talk. Let's talk about some other things. The Duran Duran condom.
Yes.
Ooh, wait,
I should
what?
have had Kat guess at what this is, but
I was gonna say that's
It's
a
in
45
fact a
cover,
condom.
isn't it? What?
no.
It's still in its wrapper. I don't know why I need to add that, but just let everybody know.
Well, look, that was the first thought I had when I first. It was like, but were they
wait a
giving
minute.
these out at a concert?
This was included in the official merchandise sold on the 1993 tour.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
they left no stone unturned, as it were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there have been a huge, broad spectrum of really cool memorabilia. Some of the weirdest, craziest things. There was a 6-foot flag that was one of 7 that was displayed in the front of an HMV store, a record shop in the UK. This was to promote Notorious. It's huge, red and black. I mean, just star stripes. The design is absolutely beautiful. And I think over time, one I believe was reported as being used as a dishcloth in an EMI break room. I think Nick has 1 or 2 of them. So I was really fortunate in being able to acquire 2 of them. They're just amazing, striking pieces. They just hang and they're just like majestic, and you just want to install a throne right between them. Right? It's like, oh, it's beautiful. There's 3D glasses. There's a hospital mask sold on one of the tours. I mean, it's really crazy stuff. There's binoculars from Japan, and it actually says in little writing, "Do not look at the sun," as if we need a reminder. It's crazy stuff. There's casino chips from Vegas. I have a blackjack table covering. Yeah, I mean, it's just if you had a blackjack table from Vegas, it probably would cover it. I know nothing about gambling.
Side, look at that. There is
Yeah.
a chip.
Beautiful.
And I thought I was cool because I have a bumper sticker, an unused bumper sticker.
Oh, that's one of my
nice.
favorites. It has the double G. You totally should be. You are awesome. Okay, let's that leaves no doubt, Kat. Come on, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Bumper
It's one of the
stickers.
few things that I have left. One of the few
Bumper
things.
stickers are one of those things. It's always that quandary. Like, okay, so if I get something, I need to get a second copy because you can't use it if you only
Exactly.
have one.
No. And when I got this, I didn't have a car. I was too young to drive, but I had to have it.
Having a car or something to use it, that's totally beside the point. Okay?
Exactly.
It's all about the possession.
Yes.
Yeah, and back then, if you put it on there, you weren't getting it off. Not in the same condition. It was just staying on there forever.
No.
So, is there a holy grail for you? Is there something you know exists out there that you haven't been able to get your hands on yet?
Ooh.
I have a want list that absolutely haunts my waking hours.
No.
A lot of it has to do with posters from the band's earliest days.
Okay.
There were about 3 versions of a very narrow triangular poster that was pasted all over Birmingham when they were playing the clubs, the new romantic clubs. I have one of them, but anyway. So one of the things that is I don't think I'll ever find, but in the band's '84 classic tour documentary, Kat, you probably have seen Sing Blue Silver.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean it's our Rocky Horror, right? We know
Yes.
every line. We throw wristbands.
Toast at the screen.
Throw
Wristbands.
I know. So there's a scene in there where the band are putting on a press conference at the Coca-Cola headquarters because they sponsored the '84 tour. And the CEO or whoever the head honcho is getting up there and addressing a small contingent of reporters, and John Taylor gets up there at one point. Well, behind them on the stage is a series of posters. They have the Coca-Cola logo. It says presents Duran Duran on tour. Oh my God. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Where are they now?
Is Coca-Cola able to help you? Maybe there's a Coca-Cola archivist.
I've tried to make some forays into the Coca-Cola collecting community, and
Yeah.
it's just nobody knows. Nobody
my
either responds or no. Yeah, it's just so crazy obscure.
Right.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff out there that
it exists, and you want to be able to. Yes.
there's an urban legend about an MTV broadcast that one of the VJs was leaning up against a table, and on the table behind him was a Boy George doll and Duran Duran dolls. I've heard of Japan. I've never seen them. I've just heard about that. There's the Duran lunchbox. A few people actually have it. When I first learned it wasn't the die-cast metal kind, it was just plastic. I'm like, seriously? Really?
Oh.
Well, I just said the other day, my lunchbox was a plastic Scooby-Doo lunchbox. I liked it. Plastic. So, hey, maybe we should... Look, Kat, we've established Durandy's credentials, certainly.
Yes.
I mean...
Hugely.
Let's see what you got. We know he's a poster expert. Can we see what you've got there?
I'm so curious. I need to say, okay, here's the box. Here's the box.
Yes.
We need to thank Brian and Sam Platt for sending this to me.
Thank Brian and Sam for it. Looks like they sent it in a good strong box. Way to go. You're always ahead of the game.
So, Kat, what's the story that they've had these since the 80s? Or
as I understand it, yes.
Yeah.
So Sam was the fan in the 80s, and oh dear, I thought I opened this up pretty well for myself. And I don't know. Actually, I need to find out a little bit more. Oh, they are on. Oh, there's 3 in here. Okay.
Oh, 3. Okay.
There's 3.
All right, one at a time. One at a time.
They're all in plastic. Here we go. All right.
I already recognize 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, I can only assume they've never been opened, or someone was really clever about getting them back in the tube.
That is huge.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Durandy will tell you not to open them at all. Just now.
I'm opening these.
You do want to get posters eventually away from plastic or cardboard. They are full of acids. You have to get careful.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I do
So
want to
presumably they've been in this for 30 or 40 years. These wrappers.
Oh my God! From Notorious, yeah. No. As you handle it, okay. This is just the archivist to me. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting your fingers all over that cat.
Be very careful with the edges because it can form little points, and the paper is very organic and it remembers little creases and stuff.
Okay.
But you're doing great. That is one of my favorite photos. Oh my God, by Matthew. Matthew. What's his name?
You know who did this?
Yes, the very famous fashion photographer. I can't remember his last name. I'm blanking because I'm so overwhelmed with this whole experience. But yeah, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Oh my gosh, Simon's my favorite, so I was happy to see him first there.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Oh wait, there's a little thing at the bottom. Should I?
Yes.
Matthew Rolston.
Ralston, yes.
Ralston, there you go.
Fantastic.
Right.
I feel like we're doing an Antiques Roadshow now. What do you think? What is this worth?
What's this worth?
$5? $4?
A million. Well, the smiles on Kat's face are priceless. So
yes. Okay, there you go.
And in the price.
Ding. Oh wait. Oh, I gotta find the end that's open here. All right. Here comes number 2.
You know what this is already?
But this is
from a what, like a 2-inch strip?
Yes. Oh my
You
God.
can tell. Okay.
Dean Chamberlain's light painting. You will recognize it wherever you are. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For those of you just listening, go to our Facebook or YouTube and you can check out this video. You got to see this here. And you can see part of Andy's collection.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous. This is so. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Arcadia, right?
Okay,
that
Arcadia.
whole era was so full of the most exquisite photography.
Oh my gosh.
It's got that light, sort of that.
It's really worth looking into how light painting is done.
Right,
it is just a fascinating process and very time consuming. Oh my God, Kat, you have a gem on your hands. That one goes right above your bed. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I need to have a little chat with my husband about these posters.
And one of the things, I don't know if you're aware of this, on that poster you'll see like random numbers that seem to be like, that's actually a code. Are you aware of it? There was an actual code, and it came with a key that was printed in Star Hits magazine. Yes.
Okay.
pertain to letters, and it spells out the band members' last names and initials.
Oh.
I haven't quite put it, never actually applied it to the posters, but
Okay.
yeah, it was a fascinating little compliment,
Okay.
a little addition to the marketing campaign. So yeah,
That
just
is
little.
so cool. I have to confess something. Okay, I'm going to open the third one here, and while I'm talking, I mean, obviously, and I have more evidence to show that I was a diehard Duran Duran fan, back, in the early days.
Yeah.
But, as time wore on, I was checking out other things, and then I became a mother, and then that was all consuming, and all I was listening to was like,
Metallica and a lot of metal.
oh yeah. and I just sort of, I wasn't as in tune, shall we say. So I feel like a prodigal daughter in a lot of ways, but I'm back full force.
The Duranian lifestyle never leaves you. Okay, you, I'm a mother. There's nothing more important than that. So come on. That's just you had your priorities in the right place.
I did.
You're a Duranian in the marrow. Okay, this is dyed in the wool, card carrying. You've never renounced your flag. So don't
Never,
worry about it.
never. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Durandi in the marrow. I love that. And I'm proud to say my children knew Hungry Like the Wolf and Rio. Those my ringtone on my first cell phone. And,
You're raising them right. Way to go. You get
Oops, we're upside down.
weather points.
Can you tell what this is before I open it?
Oh, yes. Oh, the
This is an
military
arm
outfits.
and a hand.
Oh, there's
Nice
Andy.
military outfit. Oh, my God.
Oh, this is an
Oh, there
old
you go.
one. Check
Yep.
it out. Oh my God.
Fantastic. That is one of the most iconic shots. I mean,
Yes.
it's fantastic. And what's really interesting? Have you guys seen the movie Ready Player One?
Kat, are you
Yes.
rubbing it on the microphone? Can you stop doing that,
I'm
please?
so sorry. I have to get to John.
Sounds like we're in a wind tunnel here.
I have to get to John is a phrase that I have heard timeless. I mean, that is just expressed by every Duranie.
She's
every
usually trying to get to Simon.
John's a gateway drug, and then you move to Simon, right?
That's amazing. I pretty much went straight to Simon. So
That's good. The woman knows what she wants. No, in Ready Player One, it's peppered with Duran references, but there's a scene where he tries on all these virtual outfits. And one of them is that outfit.
Oh,
the
wow.
blue
Okay.
outfit that Nick is wearing.
that Nick is wearing.
Very
Yeah, you
cool.
should look for that next time you see the
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I need to watch that again. I only saw it once. I'm gonna
Very cool.
rewatch with fresh eyes. Yeah.
So you said Sam had a question for Durandy?
Oh yes. So Sam, the gifter of these posters to me, she wants to know, what is your favorite B-side? Now I know you said you're more visual, but of course I'm sure you love the music as well. So
This opens up such a. I mean, oh my God! Every Duranie has their dream set list for a B-sides tour, right? I mean, oh my God! Secret October probably is.
Yes.
I mean, that is something that just echoes from the rafters, and I just like levitate when I hear that. It is just amazing.
yes.
Beautiful. So I probably would say Secret October. Oh,
Thumbs up. I have to agree completely.
Yes.
And also, because that is, wait, let me just confirm my suspicion here. Isn't that, oh no, New Religion's on the other side. I'm trying to think of what 45 had that. Because I know I had it.
that's 7-inch, doesn't that's the one that folds out to a poster.
Oh, yes. Actually, and Will sent this to me. Okay, so in that picture that he showed of my bedroom, I had this in 1984 or whenever it was. And but the poster is long gone. All of my posters from when I was a kid are gone due to leaky roofs and hurricanes and things like that. So Will sent me this.
Will
In the winter, yes, this past winter.
Duran may be the international timeless icons, but you are just as much a rock star. Oh my God, way to go, dude! Fantastic.
This is an amazing present.
Oh my God, can we see? Can you unfold the poster real quick? Because
Absolutely.
I mean, they deserve recognition. These,
yes.
this
yes.
Rebecca Blake's photo session for the Ragged Tiger the whole marketing campaign. Oh my God, it is everything. No, it folds out again.
Yes. So
Yeah.
there's
Oh.
the first part. Oh, wait, I want to be careful here.
Nick
All right.
Rhodes has never, I mean, it's just, oh my God, it's the English language doesn't have words big enough. Oh my God. Yes, look at that. That is just, It was everywhere on every Durandy's wall in their
Yes.
minds.
Well, or ceiling.
Yes, very well done. Yeah,
This was on my ceiling. Yes.
right. You're right. And how many of them had kiss marks? Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this guy up here.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Kat.
What a view to a thrill.
So, a view to a thrill. Yay.
So we should start wrapping up here, but I certainly don't want to let you go before. Look, Kat is a huge fan of Duran Duran. She doesn't have, thousands and tens of thousands of bits of pages of memorabilia, but certainly her passion is strong. But unlike you, she never had a chance to actually meet the band.
No.
How is it that you actually? We've seen videos online of you being backstage and some.
Oh.
I have been insanely blessed with experiences. And a lot of them, almost all of them, revolve around me wanting to present my books to the band. There's the music between us that actually, we'll start going backward. The first one was, can we do this? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
The music between us basically linked rare concert ads with memories from fans who attended the shows.
Yeah.
And then there's the first edition of Beautiful Colors, which charts the band's entire career through rare posters from my archive. And goes right up from the very beginning, New Romantic Years to Paper Gods. So a lot of my encounters have been like presenting it to the band, and I mean it's just their reaction. I think in 2005 I was presenting a poster full of images from my archive to the band. And I had John and Nick just poring over this, pointing out images they'd never seen. It was an incredible experience. They actually, poor John or poor Nick, poor fans. Nick was pulled away from a fan to go look at the poster, and then the entire band at one point was just looking at this. So this is,
Wow.
I never expect this. I mean, I never set out for it. I've been really, really fortunate. But there's a lot of fans who actually they see so many shows and they wind up at these really exclusive events, like when they played the Astor recently and at the rooftop show. I mean, it's it's an amazing, humbling, life-changing experience to meet them.
No doubt.
So I feel there's no real secret. I've been really, really fortunate. I've carved out this reputation for myself, where the band trusts me with the reputation. So that's been a huge part of it. It's been a huge humbling experience, and they know that in my hands, I'll try to represent them with respect. Except when I completely fangirl out over.
I was just going to say, and with enthusiasm.
I know.
Great to see.
I keep on promising the band's manager that I will try to breathe between my answers, let the hosts actually speak a little bit, try to pace myself. It's hard. I mean, it's Duran Duran. But anyway, I'm trying.
Can I just tell you, I had a dream one time, like an actual dream, like I was asleep, that I was able to, or I was trying to show Simon this picture that I drew of him from back in the 80s.
Oh, that is so well done. Look at that. That's from the 84 calendar, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's from the Francisco Scavullo session. Simon is it's just gorgeous. It is everything. It is everything.
I love that you know what this is. And you could see it on my wall. Well, I don't know if you could see it from that little picture, but yeah, the calendar was on my wall, or maybe that was a different year. I have no idea. But yes, it says March.
Beautiful. Oh my God. And when you put that calendar up, you just kind of want to speed through the months until you get to March, right?
Yes.
I know it's April, but we're just going back to March. That very, very good. That was well done.
Thanks.
Was that traced? Was it by eyesight? Was it?
Yeah, I just sort of did, like I held
Side
it
by side, or?
Yeah, like a side by side with some colored pencils, but it just sort of shows you how obsessed I was at the time.
Someone has a talent. Well,
we just gotta wait for her to finish the other months, and then we'll have something we can do something with. We're still waiting.
Somebody needs to show me that calendar again. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Well, I will keep you in mind. I do come across duplicate memorabilia all the time.
Oh my
People are
gosh.
kindly approaching me with
Woo!
collections that they're ready to get rid of. People's priorities change as they get older,
Oh, of
and
course. Of course.
it's just really so. I try to find homes for these, and so I will definitely keep you in mind. And we need to paper your walls again, right? I mean, maybe we
Hey,
should.
if you can find that one of Simon in the blue shirt, it was up, that was right up above me on the ceiling. The blue shirt, the white
The
tie.
white tie
Oh my gosh.
from the
You can,
Something You Should Know video, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
I feel like such a third wheel.
No, Will, I'm actually sensing that would be a great Halloween costume. Maybe
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never even thought about that.
Mhm.
asking random
Jeez.
people if there's something you should know. Yeah, totally.
Now give me the candy.
That's right.
Is there something I should know about this candy you're giving me? Razor blades, Tylenol, or whatever.
Oh, no.
Durandy, we are so grateful for the work you've done to keep this band that was born in the 1980s alive in a way that, we hadn't even expected or anticipated would be so important to not only the community itself, the Durandys, but the history, maintaining their history of this amazing legendary band.
Very, very kind. I just need to have everybody know that I always say that I could not do any of this without the support of fans and friends in the band. This is not a one-man show. This is just like a whole global network working together. And with every year that passes between now and in the 80s, it feels like it's taking on more relevance. The band are about to do more touring next year, and the induction. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Finally in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's
Yes.
it's such a good time to be a Durandy.